Another day, 2 more cops shot. 2 more black people holding the gun. First one down in Georgia. Second one, in my little burg of Wilmington, Delaware. State trooper, routine stop. Black guy pulls out a gun, shoots him in the head. Let's hear about how that turned out.
Big story on Action News tonight is the end of the ordeal that cost a Delaware state trooper his life. And the man who allegedly killed him was himself killed this morning as he emerged from his home with gun blazing. 26-year-old Bergen Seeley took refuge in his Middletown home after he allegedly shot and killed Corporal Stephen Ballard at close range yesterday in Bear. Ballard's body was transferred from the ME's office in Wilmington to the Congo Funeral Home late this morning, escorted by police.
On the same day, the trooper was shot in the head and killed in Delaware. It turned out ESPN was posting, yes, ESPN, the sports network, was posting a poem, kind of a bastard love child of Langston Hughes and Gil Scott-Heron, about Black Revolution, and he dedicated it to a woman who has been granted political asylum in Cuba because she was tried and convicted for killing a state trooper, a police officer in New Jersey. That was a bit much for a lot of people who watch this channel, because a lot of people that watch this channel are cops and retired cops. One of them sent me a note, and I want you to listen to right now while we contemplate how a sports channel could lose their way so much that they're publishing and dedicating poems to cop killers. Let's give this a listen. Yesterday, one of my brothers in blue was gunned down in cold blood conducting what should have been a routine suspicious person stop at Wawa in Bear, Delaware. What did it get him? A coffin, a widow, and a few orphans. I watched on every TV station possible for almost 36 hours to find out who the suspect was that committed the cold-blooded murder. Every TV station showed the home, knew the exact address, had info on the perpetrator's family, etc. With their millions and millions of assets and ground contacts, for some odd reason they had absolutely no clue who the suspect was or even a picture of him. Almost every other lesser matter, they seemed to find an identity and even jail photographs and put them on the air right away. Not this time. And many of us officers, troopers, agents, and retired brothers in blue knew there was a rat in the newsrooms. Then many of us talked about how long can they suppress the suspect's identity because there was no way in hell they didn't know who it was. All arrows were absolutely pointing to a black male suspect. Then, at the DSP, Delaware State Police, 1:30 p.m. press conference, we were proven right. Again, a black male suspect and a previous orange jumpsuit jail picture. I will not accept, the letter continues, I will not accept the explanation they will try to give if ever pressed, which they won't be, that they were honoring the investigating officer's request. That has never stopped them before. The law enforcement bashing and hating liberals should stop calling the police when they are afraid at 3 a.m. and hear noises outside. Just call the press and see how that works out for you. I ask everyone this question, says the cop. If you hear breaking glass downstairs at 4 a.m. and you peeked out and saw a man with a gun, if you had to pay, how big of a check would you write to have the perpetrator removed from your home? Well, guess what? The person in blue that's coming to bail your sorry butt out of that jam is doing it for a few bucks an hour, and he is prepared to do it day in and day out. Every cop in America, black and white, will tell you that black on cop hostility is at an all-time high. Places like Dallas, places like Baltimore, other chocolate cities, cops, white cops, veteran cops, cannot leave their jobs quickly enough because of these hostile work conditions. Yet all we get are reports from the Department of Justice in Baltimore, the same one in Chicago. They could be the same report written by the same person. All you got to do is use a word processor to take out Baltimore and put in the word Chicago, and vice versa. They're interchangeable because they find the same problem and the same solution. They find that white racism, well, this is the solution is contained within the problem. They find that in Chicago and Baltimore, the reason there's so much criminality and crime and violence, and the reason why these large sections of these cities are unlivable is because of white racist cops that are always picking on black people for no reason whatsoever. Until we change this institutional white racism, all these cities are going to remain unlivable. That's the fairy tale that's destroying so many cities, so many neighborhoods today. But it's a fairy tale so many believe in, so many depend on, almost like a glass of warm milk at bedtime. Because that fairy tale is guaranteed not to make the black kids angry.